Car chats. Welcome back to Car Chats F1 with Amy and Anna.
I'm Amy.
And I'm Anna. And for the visual listeners, if you're thinking, wow, she looks different today, which you probably aren't thinking unless you're really observed. My hair is brunette, only for right now. I've sprayed it brown. I had my niece's birthday party where I had to be Belle. I had to dress up and be Belle. So I did have brown extensions in. I had to spray my hair completely brown. So I just wanted to get that out the way. But anyway, hi, welcome to Car Chats. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, Threads at CarChatsF1 and on Patreon at patreon.com/CarChatsF1 if you want to support the pod and get your episodes and whatnot early. It was race week. It was the first race week of the season.
I can't believe we made it.
I was like squealing because neither of us could really watch. We said about it last week, but neither of us could really watch that much of it live this week because of dance and all of that. But yeah. So we watched as much of it as we could. But literally when I was watching it, when the titles came on.
The only sad thing was I woke up this lovely Sunday morning and part of me was like, oh, it's Sunday. It's the race today. And then I had to remind myself that was yesterday.
It was really, really weird. Where like yesterday, as I was watching it, I was like, oh, this doesn't feel like the race. This feels like the sprint. I was like, oh, I can't wrap my head around the fact that this is the race. Like, this is that's it then for the weekend. And like I said, I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, like, what do you mean it's done? No, do it again. And they will this week.
Do it again.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't contain my excitement. So it was very hard to watch like practices and this week with work and whatnot. But then on the Friday for quali, I had a busy day on the Friday, and then I had a non-disclosed busy day. And I came back. I had 4 hours of dance then in the evening, so missed quali, and then came straight back. So I'd been driving all day, came straight in. I'd avoided all results. I had my phone on Do Not Disturb, like from like 2 p.m, and then came in and put it on Sky Go on catch up at 11:15 at night and watched it as if it was live. And I'm so glad I did, because I just got to actually watch some this weekend then, because otherwise I would have cried. But it was like 11 p.m. I was like knackered and I was like, yeah, but like the titles and everything. What do you think of the titles?
Yeah, the titles are a choice.
I'm actually really sad that they removed like the boy bandification of it. It's just the only good one is Lewis's like that bit.
Yeah, you're right. I think last year it was a bit like a boy band type feel, and then this year it's just like give us nothing, okay? They all just stood there. Like my favorite bit is where it changes from Lewis being like to Checo just being like.
The difference in it. I know. I literally Checo's just like. I'm like, fair enough. I mean, if someone was like, pose for me, I'd just be like, Sam said this. He said, what if just one of them just threw up a little like, and I was like, Alex Albon, next year's titles needs to give us a little.
For the audio listeners, I threw up a peace sign.
Everybody was so psyched to see what George would do this year. And he literally is, I can't even remember what he's doing. He's just looking at the camera.
Yeah. Another funny one is just Yuki staring like.
Just off into the distance.
Or he's actually looking into the distance and the camera's like from this angle and he's looking this way. He's just like.
And my favourite is Danny Ricks is exactly the same as last year's. I literally was like, did they just reuse last year's? He's actually just like like really close in his face.
Massive grin.
I am happy to be here. Oh my god. Oh, speaking of Danny Rick and Yuki.
Oof.
The return of Yuki Angry Radio. I mean, we haven't even got to like talking about quali or any of the race yet, but I just really want to. Did you see the video of afterwards when Yuki overtook him on the outlap, on the cool down lap even?
Yeah, like I saw that he has done that, but I didn't like. Basically, for those wondering, I had a busy day driving on Saturday the same way Anna had a busy day on Friday, so I literally was in my car like pretty much all day, and so I had to listen to the like radio commentary of the race, so I didn't actually get to like see anything. When I saw on Twitter afterwards, I saw that there was an incident.
Incident
but
on the race.
I don't really know what happened. Did something happen like during the race as well, or?
It was the last like couple laps of the race. Yuki was behind Magnussen, and it was for like minor places outside the points. But Yuki was behind Magnussen. I think he was in with like 0.7 seconds or 0.6. You know, like he was within obviously DRS, and he was trying to overtake Magnussen. And Danny was like, "I have more speed than him. I have more pace. I'm on the softs." Yuki was still on hards at this point, so he was like, let me overtake, like team orders, whatever. And then they said team orders to Yuki, like give Daniel a go. And so they switched places. Yuki was really mad at it. He was like, now? Because I think he was in like 0.4 of Magnussen by this point. So he was like, now? Really? And then they were like, yeah, no, like switch. And then they switched. And then by the time they did that, basically it was too late because then Daniel's softs weren't working in the way they should be, so it was too late for Daniel to then like overtake, so he didn't make the move on Magnussen. So then what it ended in was everybody being angry because Yuki was angry that he was asked for the order. Daniel was angry that it took Yuki like 3 laps to give him position. Then Yuki was angry that Daniel didn't actually overtake Magnussen. Yeah, so all like not great, so they were all very angry. So then afterwards on the cool down lap, Yuki went to overtake Danny and then locked his brakes. So it was just really messy. So everybody, nobody benefited from that situation. It was like a bit of a.
I don't know. I saw loads of tweets of people like, oh, that was so immature from Yuki, but like, I don't know. We know that he's got a short temper, but also like,
yeah.
Danny was obviously annoyed about like not being given the place like earlier on and whatever, so it's kind of like everyone's just angry.
Yeah, so just nobody benefited from that situation at all. I think it was going to be a very angry like debrief after that. I did see somebody tweet something very funny about like Yuki in the debrief, and it's like this little angry cat, and I'm like, everybody's just going to be annoyed in that situation. But I think racing bulls aren't going to be happy about the whole of that weekend, really, because everybody expected so much more pace from them after testing and free practice. I mean, yeah, Haas and Martin and everybody was doing better. I mean, the ones who weren't doing better were Alpine.
Also, Ocon and Gasly are going to be like the only 2 people left at Alpine by next weekend, aren't they? Like,
oh my god, yeah, who left?
Was it technical director? I don't know. Let me have a look before I spread misinformation on the internet.
Me spreading misinformation on the internet.
Yeah, the technical director. I was correct. Oh, look at me.
Did you see that tweet of like Otmar watching Alpine's downfall, and it's, you know, the grave pic like this?
Yeah.
Oh my god. The car launch makes so much sense. Their faces at car launch.
The faces. Even Jack Doohan was like...
He was like, maybe I don't want to be in F1. He's like, put me back in an F2 car, actually, guys. I'm okay. I don't want to drive this. I couldn't believe it. Like, literally everybody's saying, like, you know, Haas thinking that they were going to be bottom of the field. Like, everybody was saying Haas is going to be for sure bottom of the field. And they're like, Nico Hulkenberg getting into Q3. And everyone's like... Nico Hulkenberg was an absolute beast pulling that Haas into Q3. He's a quali machine.
He is a quali merchant. Someone give him a podium.
Oh, I forget that. That's like the clip in Drive to Survive. Oh my god, in like season 1 or 2. It must be season 1 or 2 because those are the only seasons I've seen. Is when the kids, he's in that school and the kids are like, how many races have you won in F1? And he's like, none yet. Oh,
yet.
He deserves to podium this year, I swear. Haas did way better than they thought they would, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely. And one of my favourite tweets is that one that's like, if you're laughing about Alpine's downfall, you're sick. It was something like that, weren't it?
What?
Yeah, and then people are like replying to it of like, I think the tweet was, I can't properly find the tweet now because who knew how many people would be tweeting about Alpine's downfall. But it was something like, you must be a sick person to enjoy this Alpine downfall.
And is Oscar Piastri in the bed? Is it that one? Yeah, I think I retweeted it. I mean, I really don't care for Alpine's downfall. I'm not like an pro Alpine, anti Alpine. I literally I'm so neutral. I am so neutral on Alpine, but I just find it like absolutely. It's that tweet that I literally shared for our photo dump last week, where I said where it's like the baguette one. Where is it? The stories coming out about Alpine are amazing. You'd think that they let a bunch of blindfolded beavers into the aero tunnel with a screwdriver and hope for the best. The cartoon's on when you smack it with a baguette. Thank you, Julia, for that one. I love that one. Oh my god, that's like the tweet. Someone said their radio color is so pretty, like, you know, with the the pink, and then someone said with bows, the car is shit. Little pink bows in the
Unfortunately, we must be sick to enjoy this Alpine downfall.
I just wish that if they'd made the car pretty, at least they'd win like something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they didn't. They didn't do the camo. They didn't pull off they didn't have any nice.
This is what they
paint.
get for.
This is what they
not
get.
doing the pink camo. Honestly, that would have been so iconic that I wouldn't have cared where they placed. But now I'm like taking the piss out of them because they're coming last.
They did this to themselves, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm trying to think of anything else that happened at the race. It was quite funny because my mum also couldn't watch the race properly this week because my nieces were up, and she was like, she said, "Oh, I planned out some time to watch it on Sunday, and then I saw the results and I thought, I won't bother." I mean,
your mum's a real one.
She literally was like, well, it just, I literally said to her today, like, it was like the 2023 season never ended.
Literally. I think that's what Matt, P1 Matt tweeted, being like, this feels like 2023 part 2 or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I love the anticipation of, we literally didn't know what was going to happen with the cars. And oh my god, so many faults though. Like, Lewis's seat and like Charles's car, like just not turning.
When I was listening to the commentary and they were like, apparently Lewis's seat is broken. And I was like, yeah, what?
It's the fact that he just radioed in and he was like, my seat's broken. And they were like, okay, copy. Like, what are they going to do? Be like, come in and get out the car. And we'll like,
next year he'll be getting a "we are checking," so
I know, he'll be getting what Charles got the entire time, where he was like, my fucking brakes aren't working. And I was like, yeah. I mean, it was really bad. He was locking up at like every turn. Oh, baby girl, you wait. But it was mad. Like Bottas having that like 53-second pit stop, like Hulkenberg's front wing, Lance going from like P20 to like P9, P10.
Yeah, P10.
First of all, yeah, good on Lance boy getting that point, because he really, like, I mean, his car was facing the wrong way at the beginning.
His car was the wrong way.
Oh my god! Oh no! Oh my god! One part of this weekend that really got me cracking up was when they were lining up on the grid, about to start the race, ready for lights out, and the camera is on max, and you couldn't see further past that. And I literally was like, "Where's Charles? Where's Charles?" Like, oh my god, because they didn't show the formation lap, so they lined up. The camera was on max, you couldn't see Charles, and I was like, "Oh my god, what's happened to Charles?" And Sam was like, "What are you on about?" And then they like pan out and you can see Charles. And one of the commentators, I can't remember who now, said like, "Oh, for a second there, I thought Leclerc hadn't lined up on the grid." Because obviously they saw the same camera angles. And they were like, oh my God, I thought it was another like Interlagos then. And I was like, see, it's not just me. Like, it's not just me. They were actually like, where's Leclerc? I genuinely was concerned. I was like, please. Everybody's a Ferrari fan. Even if they're not, they're a Ferrari fan. Me when Leclerc doesn't line up on the grid. Did you hear about Logan's steering wheel?
Whoa.
So he went off and caused like a temporary yellow flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it was Leo. Of course it was Leo. Sky Germany reported that Logan Sargent's steering wheel changed settings by itself in the Grand Prix. Because, it's a new steering wheel that they released. Yeah, so apparently it changed settings by itself. Because Alex said he was struggling with the steering wheel as well. Because he said that he couldn't change the settings in the steering wheel. Yeah, so apparently that's what happened with Logan.
Wow, they got a sentient steering wheel over there. That's crazy.
I know. The AI is taking over their steering wheel. Jesus Christ. But did you also see the car too hot thing happening with Alex's?
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
They showed an onboard and it just, every time he went to go change to the settings, it just kept flashing, car too hot. And it was making me panic. I literally was like, pull over.
Pull over.
Pull over, put the hazards on, Alex. I'm scared. Did you see that Roshan Grosjean?
No shit, you're bad with names. Christ alive.
Roman Grosjean. I'll say it now. Roshan Grosjean. Roman Grosjean was back at the scene of the crime. Did you see? Yeah. He took a picture at the corner. He's just so like. Someone said, "I lived, bitch."
Good for you, Roshan Grosjean.
Good for you, Roshan Grosjean. I mean, it was good for Sainz to end up on the podium. He's really pushing for a new contract to be picked up, the name.
Yeah, definitely. Where's it gonna come from?
I don't know. I'm genuinely like, I don't even want to say anything because I don't even know. Because it could be literally anywhere, so there's no point in making assumptions. But good for him for doing a good drive. Charles didn't appreciate it. Oh, one thing I did find really funny in the cool down room when everyone was saying Max expecting Charles to be there because I don't know how he found out Charles's pit stop strategy. Like, when did he find that out? Was he told it while he was driving? Because like he had barely any time between getting out the car and
they probably say it on team radio or something.
I mean, he could have been having a whole bloody podcast in the car. He was so far out in front, he didn't see anyone.
Yeah,
he didn't even see it. Did he perform a single overtake? The only people he overtook were the people he was lapping.
Yeah.
Wow. He could have, so no wonder he knows Charles's pit stop strategy. He literally could have been like asked for every detail about the race behind him. He would have still had time.
I was just going to say, did you see that it was the first time that every driver finished the season opener?
Yeah. I can't believe that. Not
first
a single
time
retirement.
In history.
And they were saying for the past 7 years there had been at least a yellow flag. There'd been like at least a virtual safety car at Bahrain as well. Yeah. It was pretty non-eventful.
Reliability is ruining this sport.
Like, take a hammer to the car in a random place just before you send them out on track. I mean, it was crazy because it seemed like the cars weren't, like, I don't know, like everyone was having issues, but nobody retired.
Yeah.
Like, even when they had the issue with the wheel nut with, with Sauber's car, when they had the issues there with Bottas, they still just were like, okay, we're having a 52-second pit stop and sending you back out. Logan was like 2 laps behind. They had to change his whole steering wheel mid-Grand Prix after he went off the track.
Yeah, I
mean... Oh
my
god, that reminds... Sorry. Carry on.
I can't remember what I was going to say now because you almost spit your drink everywhere.
I was going to say that just reminds me of a tweet. Where is it? Steak doing a 50-second pit stop. Oops, we've made a... And then somebody edited the side of it. Mistake.
So good.
Oh, and people saying Charles Leclerc finishes the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's better than last year already. That was Remy on Twitter.
Oh, I was just looking at this tweet. Oh my gosh. So poor George Russell's face card for his graphic.
Yeah.
Just it's not the one. It's not that didn't he get made fun of a little bit by Oscar earlier?
Did he?
his photo. You nicked my barber's details at George Russell.
Oh, that feels like a slight at Oscar's barber.
Yeah, Oscar's hair isn't exactly the most amazing hair I've ever seen, so maybe he's just poking fun at himself.
Yeah. Oh my
Classic
god.
Aussie humour. But what I was gonna say was his George Russell's graphic isn't really the one this year, unfortunately. But this tweet this tweet I saw, it was just his graphic for getting third in quali, and it was like, he has that sadness in his eyes that you could that you only see in someone who doesn't know where Kate Middleton is.
Oh, I see that. Oh, I enjoyed all the Kate Middleton related tweets this weekend, like Lewis.
The Kate Middleton ex Willy Wonka ex that exile girl, like, is so funny.
I saw people saying, like, trying to explain to somebody who's not chronically online, like the Willy Wonka times Kate Middleton times F1 lore this weekend that I've been getting on my timeline. Lewis Hamilton pulling that Mercedes, like, in practice into like pole practice position, as if that exists, but you know what I mean, and into fastest time in practice, just in hopes that Kate Middleton would come back. Yeah.
Reveal yourself, Kate Middleton.
Oh, speaking of Lewis Hamilton, did you see there was a tweet by Spicy Souvlaki saying, he's scaring me, why is he acting like this? And it's him in the driver's parade.
No.
You excited about the prospects of what you can achieve from night today?
Yeah, let me pull you up on something. You rated me pretty low on the predictions. Oh, I'm messing with you. Just putting you on the spot. You should see his face. No.
And everyone's like, why is he acting like this? And then Chrissy said,
I love it.
The behaviour of a man who handed in his resignation letter. Him and Sainz, they're being unhinged. They are. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, Sainz did get sentimental though. Did you see Ferrari put up a video of, he gave a chili plushie to Charles and was like, this is for you, for when we're no longer teammates. Did you see that?
No.
I'll pull that up now, because...
Ciao, Carlos. I want to give this to you. From my farm to me, for you. So you remember me for the rest of your life. A chili for our post-team.
A chili!
Come on, we're only starting the season. Getting emotional. Keep it cute. Keep it savory. It's a mix between a chili and a carrot. No?
Aww.
Carlos is already like, for our post teammate era. And then Charles is like, it's the start of the season.
You've got 24 races.
Yeah, he's like, shut up. You'll be sick of me.
Did you see the tweet that McLaren put out being like, they're both no longer rookies, just 16 years apart, and it's Lewis and Oscar?
No, I didn't see that.
That is so cute. I saw it and I was like, oh.
It's so sweet. I love that. I just can't believe Oscar's not a rookie anymore. Honestly, it's still throwing me.
I know.
I'm like, look how well he
And
did.
Logan.
Rookie. Yeah. Oh, poor Logan. Like I said, that steering wheel issue. Bless his heart.
Bless his little cotton socks, but at least he looks good in that weird fisheye lens photo that they made everyone apart from Max and Lewis take.
Oh my god, you were like, you absolutely, wait a minute. No, I'm pulling this up because you absolutely loved that one. I sent that to you because, oh my god, Logan Sargent's mum, Madeline Sargent, liked a tweet that used that picture and said, oh Lord, forgive me for the things I'm about to say. And she liked the tweet and everyone's like, oh, that's not... I think that's not I think that's not the kind of things you would say about your son. But and then I sent that to you and you said he looks good there. I can't even pretend he doesn't.
Oh,
medium ugly white boy blonde hair and blue eyes.
I forgot I said
medium ugly.
Logan, if you're seeing this, I don't actually think you're medium ugly.
Yeah, like I think medium ugly means like medium hot too.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like,
if you're medium ugly, you're like half the way to hot.
But my response to that was saying, LMAO, love a medium ugly. That's every guy ever. So yeah, it's a compliment. Compliment, Logan. And I was like, every guy's medium ugly. Like to me, men are just medium ugly.
And what did I say back to that?
So true, because if they're fit, they have an ugly attitude. True, babes.
So true. True words have never been spoken.
Something else I love is Oscar. Speaking of Logan, you know that the video that they put out of like your greatest fear? So the question is, what scares you? And this is Oscar's response.
I mean, sharks are pretty scary. I feel like someone's going to give a really philosophical answer. Everyone's going to go, yeah.
I think what scares me most is not living up to my full potential.
Sharks.
The way they edited that, I appreciate that. Oscar being like, someone's going to give a really philosophical answer, and everyone's going to be like, It's also the way he goes like this.
The fact that it ended up being Logan who had the philosophical answer, like, oh, such an American answer. Bless him.
Yeah, it's a really sweet one though. Bless him for being true. But someone said about Oscar, in defense, sharks are scary. He is from Australia, so it's a bit more likely that he would see a shark.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the Fernando on the scooter this weekend.
I did see that someone was like, he loves that scooter or something like that, and he was just riding around on his scooter.
He's been on a scooter like all weekend, but there is one tweet in particular that I saw literally just before we started that had me absolutely rolling. I'm sending it to you now.
He was actually properly being chased.
It is Max Paddock Princess running through the paddock holding his race suit by like running away from that girl last year, but times like 15 because he's actually being chased on a scooter. So for the audio listeners, Fernando is literally like push pedaling for his life on that little scooter while somebody is actually chasing him down in the paddock. Yeah, I'm just so glad racing's back. I mean, we hardly talked really about the actual racing because you didn't get to actually watch it, and but I mean, we talked about as much as what happened, really, basically, because what else? Happened?
I mean, I had a bit of a exciting first couple laps when Georgie boy was up second.
When George overtook Charles. Oh, honestly,
all good things come to an end, I suppose.
Yeah, I love the measure they put in place of the DRS enabled after one lap, so that they can't. They were like, so certain drivers through history can't get away in this, and we were like, yeah, we know who you're talking about.
We know that in the first 10 laps he was 10 seconds ahead. So,
and did you see how relaxed Max was? Oh no, because so the pit lane walk beforehand when it is Martin, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Before I blooming get my names completely wrong, but I call him Marvy Brundle.
Shut up.
My name.
I just call him Marty B.
When Martin Brundle was doing his like classic pit lane walk, first of all, that's chaotic enough as it is. But he like they were waiting for all the drivers to go up to the like for the national anthem, and he was like, "Oh, Max isn't there. I wonder if he's like around." And then like Max comes like running next to him, and he's like, "Max!" Like, and then Max actually stops. Like he's about to run to the anthem bit, and then he stops, and he's like, "Are you okay?" And asks like Marty B, like, "Are you doing okay? Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, are you okay, Max?" And he's like, "Yeah, good." And then he walks off. And then he was like, Martin then was actually like, "Oh, that was really nice of him because he could be fined for like being late to like stop to talk to me because he's already like late."
He'll be, oh, good, Max. Top man. Yeah, I'm very good, thank you.
Good. Are you good? Yeah.
Fantastic, thank you. Have a great race. Yeah, he's risking a fine.
And I was like, yeah. And then, but I literally said at that point, I was sitting there about to watch a race, and I was like, Max looks so relaxed. Like, as in, I was like, he knows. And then obviously, then the race happened. You're like, of course. One thing I have to say that I forgot I was going to message you about. Gone is the snapback. Did you not see?
I didn't watch any, I didn't watch yesterday, so I wouldn't have.
Max literally, like, was, like standing there about to do his interview and just went and was like, and I was like, it's a cap. It's a cap. I don't know whether it's just for this week, but it's a normal cap. He heard us. Snapbacks. He heard JB. Jensen Buttons had a talk into all of them. He knows I'm coming.
He did his research.
I genuinely, he pulled out the cap and I was like, no, I can't do this.
I'm taking some credit for that.
Yeah. You were like, you are the reason Max Verstappen has stopped wearing snapbacks. You and you alone, using the words of Jensen Button through the power
of our Lord and Saviour, Jensen Button, and our Bible, How to Be an F1 Driver.
through the power invested in you by grace of Jensen Button. You have stopped Max Verstappen from wearing snapbacks.
I just want to thank my mum for giving birth to me. And
oh my god! I literally am like, who fed that back to Max? Remember when I in the book club episode when I said Max does me a favour by wearing snapbacks? Oh my god, one thing, speaking of like, as soon as I saw it being like, was the only note I made during the entire race on my notes app just says, so they talked to Zach Brown, Marty B talked to Zach Brown on the pit lane walk, and I literally just wrote, Zach Brown reminds me of the Apparently kid. The way, we said about the cadence in which he talks. Like, we said about it in our, like, DTS live stream, where he literally is like, the car is doing very well. We really hope that they do well this season.
And apparently...
I've never been on live television before.
Literally. That's him. That's him.
The Apparently kid all grown
Feel
up.
old yet?
This is the Apparently kid now. Oh. On that note, we said this was going to be the return of TikToks of the week.
I'm so excited.
I've not really had that much time to be on TikTok. My life is very busy at the moment. I've not really been on TikTok that much. Oh, quick shout out before we do TikToks of the week. A quick shout out to the close and personal friend of the pod, Arthur Leclerc, for giving us a hit tweet, aka a hit TikTok for his 4 gays.
OMG, a hit TikTok. Like, cross out the tweet bit.
OMG, a hit TikTok. Arthur Leclerc, hello gays. I honestly have been checking every day to make sure that we're not blocked.
I'm checking to see whether he's liked it.
I am checking every day. But I was like, I think if we posted that on Twitter, Twitter. If we posted it on Instagram, we'd be blocked. So I was like, maybe we're safe on TikTok. But we're never safe. My one only had like 10k likes, and one of those likes was Arthur Leclerc. Like 10k views, 2k likes, and it was and he saw it. But yeah, he's got those girls in the comments thirsty for him, where they're all like, "Oh my god, it's so cute." oh my god, he's just a little guy. He can't sing. It's like those people who are like, you know, their age gap to like the older F1 driver, and you sent one to me and it was someone saying they had like a 13-year age gap to Charles Leclerc, and I'm like, that means you're 13. That means you're 13.
Don't even. It was like, I saw another one that was like, how old were you when, like, oh, I'm trying to think. It was something to do with Lewis.
Like Lewis wins his first championship or something.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't that. It was maybe like when he won his like first one with Mercedes. It was something like that, you know, like random date.
Yeah.
And the amount of comments that were like, I wasn't born yet, like stuff like that, and I was like, oh.
That's like how they were on about Fernando Alonso driving in Melbourne in F1 before Oscar Piastri was born. When people on TikTok were saying, "Oh, to be born in 1997," about like Charles Leclerc and like Max.
You're like, I am born in 97.
Yeah, they were like acting as if that would make them like want you. Like, oh, to be born in 1997 because then I'd have a chance with Charles Leclerc. I was like, no, bitch, like I'm too old for him. Like me being like younger than them, still no. To be born in 2003, I think you're on about probably for them.
7-year age gap.
But oh, sorry, I forgot we were literally about to do TikToks of the week. Lol. You said this not long before we started recording, and I was like, shit, I don't think I have one. But I was like, oh yeah, my TikTok of the week. I'm joking, obviously, guys. If you've seen that, I thought I'd put that for shits and gigs. I will find another one. Don't worry.
I didn't know whether to go with an edit, but I haven't really had any edits on my
Neither have I. Well, I've not really been on
For
TikTok.
You page. I'm hoping now that the races are starting again, I will get some edits.
I'll try, and otherwise this is a shout out for everybody to send them to you again.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is great. Well done, Williams Racing, social media manager for that one. For audio listeners, it's can't wait to see our steering wheel in action. And then they've put the little like cat thing, hamster thing that everybody's been doing. What is it? It's like a hamster. But they put that over.
I kind of thought it was a cat, but
I thought it was a cat.
Really, no.
I don't know, but anyway, they put that little thing with car too hot on the steering wheel, and they just captioned car too hot. It do be like that sometimes.
It was a good one from them, to be fair.
It do be like that sometimes, Williams Racing. You are very right. My TikTok of the week this week is the sheer dedication of this person who went to the Olivia Rodrigo concert and timed the Logan Sargent, Oscar Piastri Lacey edit to her actually singing Lacey.
Yeah. That was a really good one.
Fantastic. Also just perfectly timed. I can't believe they did it. I have seen quite a few people put up like... I've seen people do the like Verstappen Lacey edit to her concert as well. And I can't believe the crossover in fans. I know it's not like a niche thing to like. It's exactly what you were saying last week about how every time you see like the F1 billboard out in the wild, you're like, I watched that. And it feels...
Yeah.
And that's exactly how I felt about this, where I was like, Oscar Piastri, Logan Sargent Lacey edit at like, you know, Olivia Rodrigo concert. That's surely niche. It's got like 80k likes because like...
It's crazy.
It's not niche. That's like when I tried to... Sorry, that...
Who would have thought?
But that reminds me, like I said, like it reminds me of the time that you were like, you thought you could gatekeep Arthur Leclerc like that time. Because I was about to say the fact that our like TikTok's got like nearly 300,000 views or whatever about Arthur Leclerc, and it makes me be like, wow, that many people care about him saying full gaze. And then I'm like,
it's so funny.
And then that's something you were like, he's trying to gatekeep Arthur Leclerc. He's not niche.
It was one of those moments where you were like, I can't remember what we were like fully talking about, but I was like, you do realise that Arthur Leclerc has over 1 million Instagram followers, and you're like, No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
He's
And
a
then you're
micro influencer. Well, when we went to the F2 pit lane walk, there was nobody in the pit lane. We were like one of 4 people there. We were like one of 4 people there to take a picture with Arthur Leclerc. So, oh jeez,
We're his real fans.
we're his real fans. We
guys.
were there at day 1. Day 1 being his last day in F2.
No, day 1 was me sending you that TikTok when I was in Abu Dhabi in 22.
Yes. The TikTok that got me into F2.
You got into F2 before you got into F1.
Oh my god. you'd be like, here's Charles Leclerc. Here's his brother. I like cars. Me being like, I don't want to be one of those girls, and then me simultaneously being one of those girls. I jest, guys. Obviously, it doesn't matter what gets you into the sport, as long as you're into the sport. That's what we always say. You can appreciate whatever you want about it. That's like those people who completely took our all that work and what did it get me TikTok out of, like, they just took it the completely wrong way. Like on TikTok, people got it. So if you haven't seen, guys, we did the all that work and what did it get me like trend with the caption. It is Amy's face with the caption of,
It was like when you spend years being an F1 fan just for a guy to say, I bet your favourite driver is Charles Leclerc. It was something like that.
yeah. And on TikTok, people like largely obviously got it because they're like, so what if it is, but I don't want a guy to ask me that, you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, that's the vibe that we have, you know, like even if it is, like that shouldn't be the first thing they say. And on Instagram, people being like, but he's nice to look at, like what's the problem with that, like what's the problem with that? And I'm like, no, there is no problem. If your favorite driver is Charles Leclerc, there's nothing wrong with that. We just say like, because it's what bloody happened to me as soon as like I started posting more about F1 on my Instagram, and literally a guy from out of nowhere that I used to know just sends me a reel that's like when a girl gets into F1 because of Charles Leclerc, and it was like something about that, and I was like, fucking the biggest eye roll. Like I said, so what if it is? Like, it's none of your business.
Yeah. It's none of your business.
We are still, by the way, guys, we are still reading Bloodstream. If you've made it this far, we are. It's just, it's taking time.
You can put it like that.
Yeah. Once again, we're busy girls. I want to check. I haven't checked our TikTok because again, we've been busy, so really not been updating the TikTok this week. I just want to check it. Oh, this is so cute. Sorry, somebody tagged us in the Tag Your Favorite Formula One podcast. And they tagged us. That's so sweet.
That is so cute. Thank you.
I want to give a big shout out to the people who take time to message us to say that they love the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It's so sweet. We were together last week or 2 weeks ago, when I read out a few of the messages that we got in our DMs. And they were really, really cute, and honestly, like, make it be like, this is what we do it for. So like,
yeah,
everybody just to have like a bit of fun, because it's so nice to see that like people enjoy it in the way it's like intended, you know what I mean? Like just as like a bit of fun, a lovely like chat. Like Millie messaged us on Instagram saying about how that she loved the pod, and all my mates who like F1 are lads, so it's nice getting to have a giggle on the tube, listening to you two talk about the gossip and just a general chat. Wanted to say thank you for being my F1 gals. Thank you, Millie. If you listen to this, we really appreciate it. Honestly, like, so heartwarming that we can be glad we can be your F1 pals and keep you company on the tube. I just love, I love the vision of us like being in someone's ears on the tube. Crazy, blows my mind. Once again, I forget when you put something out into the world that people actually listen to it.
Yeah.
The same way. Oh my god, my mum told me. My mum told me on Thursday I said she'd now started listening to the podcast. She has found a way to get it up on YouTube on the TV, and she watched our after podcast on the TV. I keep saying after. What was it? Throttled. It's throttled. I just keep
I knew what you meant as well. I was like, yeah.
when we read the Throttle book club episode, she watched it on the TV.
Oh.
She could very well have this on the TV right now, in which case then, hi mum.
Hi, Anna's mum.
Oh my gosh. So I was just having a quick check to make sure Leclerc hasn't blocked us. The classic. Gotta do it every now and then. I mean, after Pato Award thing happened, after that happened again, I have to check. Okay, no, we're still not blocked.
Has Pato Award blocked us?
I don't think so. I think he hopefully he had a laugh about that. Anyway, anything else on your end?
Yes. So, something I have long speculated has been confirmed.
Ooh.
DTS, they record voiceovers that then go in the race like montages.
Yeah. What, like, of the drivers?
So when they have when they're showing like a really random like niche part of a race,
yeah,
and then the commentary over the top is like, and Sergio Perez overtakes like in turn 2, and like it's like really random. You're like, okay, a commentator would never say all of that information, like, about that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So basically, the guy who does that made a video of him recording it for season 6 and put it on TikTok.
Oh, that makes sense, because it's never someone I've heard before. I mean, I know it's because it's not a Sky commentator, but so it is, like you said, it sometimes when you're like, they wouldn't be that enthusiastic about that, like I don't remember that much enthusiasm, and then you're like, oh, that is why.
TV magic. I just sent you it, but it's funny because he obviously, before he actually reads each sentence, he like reads it out loud really plainly first, and when I first saw it I was like, why is he being so unenthusiastic?
You just thought he was like, having to read it. They're like, how is he employed if he's speaking like that?
Ricardo approaching.
See what you
Ricardo approaching the same corner. Yeah. Perez spins off track in turn 3. Perez spins off track in turn 3. That lap puts him 13th. Sergio Perez will not make the top 10 in qualifying.
That makes just like so much sense. Like you said, he would know, like they wouldn't actually be like saying that about all these neat, like the drivers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They wouldn't say exactly what you want them to say. Interesting.
I know.
But it is very funny, like the Ricardo approaching.
When I first, just like the first like 5 seconds, I was like, huh?
How is this man employed? Genuinely.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I didn't realise that George Russell was wearing a headband this weekend. Did you see this?
What? No.
It's giving 2000s.
It is. In the best way.
Oh my god, an Oscar. Did you see Oscar doing the Oscars bit?
No.
No, it played right after the podium celebrations, where it was like, and it's Oscars week this week, you know, the acting Oscars, and
Yeah.
I mean, it could be Oscars week as well, we never know, but the Sky made him do this bit, like it's like,
From the red carpet to the black tracks, F1 provides the best picture. Wicked! Nice job, guys. The best soundtrack.
they made him do like an Oscars thing.
Oh,
And he is like,
bless him.
F1 is great. I really... And you just know he could give a little bit more. And apparently... This was like, get this man a real Oscar. Oh god, I love him. It really reminded me of the These Are My Ladies, you know, that TikTok where he does the These Are My Ladies about the trophies with Alpine. It really reminded me of that. I love it. And this tweet, Nini again coming in on the French broadcast, they started interviewing Max, the guy's like, "Oh, bonjour," and he corrects him. Where is it?
Bonjour, Max. What are the topics to be? Bonsoir.
Like, bonjour, Max, and he's like, bonsoir,
Bonsoir.
and he does like the actually finger, like bonsoir. It reminded me of the, when they put out like the team pics or whatever at the beginning, and there's one of him doing like the number one, and someone said, "Why does it remind me of like the actually cat rather than like the number one?"
So funny.
Bonsoir.
Another one of my favorite things to happen the past week was when Lando originally had his bio as like, "I drive fast cars for McLaren," and then someone pointed out that it changed to "I drive cars for McLaren," and then he changed it to "I drive super fast cars."
Oh, I didn't see that he changed it again. I just saw that he changed it to "I drive
he
cars."
changed it to "I drive super fast cars." I don't know what's happened to him. Half of me is like, maybe he's got like a, like, I don't know, PR person doing his like social media now, because he has been like popping off recently. Or maybe the like PR person was like, just do it yourself. You
Yeah. I know that he hired like a new social media person for his personal socials because he was hiring for it. I love it when like the descriptors are like hiring for someone in F1, whatever, but then like the descriptors give it away about who it's going to be. So I saw that. I saw the job ad. So I know he hired for someone, but I don't know what that means. Oh my God. And we keep going because I keep having more to say. Again, in one of the videos that F1 put out, where they're asking drivers about their ideal day off, like their favorite day off, and and everybody's like doing nothing, relaxing. And then have you seen Charles's one?
I'm not sure.
They're like, "What's your ideal day off, Charles?" And he just goes,
Piano, an hour and a half of paddle, lunch with my family, then sleeping an hour after lunch. I'm always tired after lunch, so I need my sleep. And then maybe if we can have like a car track close to it, take 3-4 cars and go and have fun with my brothers, and then a dinner with friends, and then a big party. 2 hours of piano.
A big party.
With the way that's like,
a big party.
Ideal day off. 2 hours of piano, hour and a half of paddle. Like he has it like like the way he specifies hour and a half of paddle, not just like a bit of piano, bit of paddle. He's like, okay, then we do this. He's like, club, another club, another club, another club,
another club, another club.
And I'm playing it, and then I talk to Sam, and it's like, why is that me? Like me, like on my that's like both of us, like us on like a quiet day on our days off, and it's like 3 hours of dance, 1 hour of this, 1 hour of like, the graphics though. I know he said that George's isn't great, but I do enjoy how Charles's graphic this year is giving Menace Charles. I love it. So
some of them are pretty good.
Yeah, Oscar's is a bit worse for wear. But Charles's one, died 2019, born 2024. Welcome back, Menace Charles. Well, it's back, guys.
Are we finally done yapping?
We've finally done yapping. We've recorded this one early, so if anything else big happens and we haven't talked about it, then soz. We will be here with Bloodstream. In the meantime, we hope you enjoy Saudi. It's another Grand Prix. It's another one. Another one. You're joking. Positive. In brackets, positive. Another one.
Yeah, in brackets. Happy.
We're happy about it. I'm so excited. Hope you guys enjoy it. But yeah. And once again, we are busy with dance. We've got a comp.
We do.
Wish us luck, guys. We're both competing on Saturday against each other.
Coaching together and then competing against.
All three of our teams that we coach together are competing, as well as us competing against each other, all in the same weekend, which means that we cannot watch the Saudi Grand Prix live. But best believe I'll still be watching it anyway when I get home. We'll still be talking about it. We'll still be yapping about it. We'll be here next week yapping. You can find us yapping on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff. at carchartsf1. And if you want to support the pod, you can go to patreon.com/carchartsf1. And I am on Instagram at fucking Grosjean Roman, like Marvin B. Grosjean Roman, Marvin B. I can't even remember what I said now.
You said Grosjean.
Grosjean Grosjean, Marvy Brundle, or whatever I said earlier.
Marvin B.
And now me, I'm Abominable. I can't even say my own name right. So you can find me on Instagram at Unabominable, TikTok at AnnaXF1.
You didn't do Twitter.
Oh, Twitter at AnnaXF1 if you really want to go on there.
And I'm AmyXF1 on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter.
Woo! And we will see you guys next week. Enjoy Jeddah. Enjoy those fast cars. Enjoy the cars, guys. Woo, 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 woo.
Enjoy it.
It's back.
It's back, baby.
It's back, baby. That's out of where we go. We'll see you next time.
I got tingles when I heard Crofty say that.
Yeah, oh, genuinely. I literally was like sitting there on the settee, like I literally put scarf, like my cat. I had to take my cat off my lap because I was like, you don't want to be on my lap for this. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna react. But yeah, enjoy the next Lights Out and Away we go, guys. We've only got another 23 of these left in this season.
Oh, don't. Oh.
But yeah, we'll see you guys next time. And bye.
Bye.